Srong and Steady, and I'm Molly. And let's go ahead and just stand with our feet about hip width distance apart, toes straight ahead, knees are going to follow straight ahead, and then just draw up a little bit. Maybe pull your arches up just a little bit and kind of press down through your feet, all four corners of your feet. So find the ground with your feet, and then draw the arches as you do. Lift up slightly through those kneecaps, kind of tightening up and maybe activating those leg muscles. And then let's all draw in through this midline of the body here. And then draw up straight to the sky through that spine. All right, and let's take those arms out to the side. We're just gonna press the hands out to the side, but I want you to activate your fingers. Really open up between all your fingers. Get that tall posture and then press your hands back behind you slightly. Pressing, taking a nice big deep breath. Now exhale, let your arms come forward. Let's do that one more time. Press those hands back. Activate those arms. Reach the head, top of the head to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, arms come down. Good. Let's just shake them out a little bit. And kind of just do whatever you need to do. Maybe do some little circles through your wrists. Go different directions. Maybe shake out from the shoulder. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus a little bit on the hips. So with your hands on your hips, we're just gonna shift the weight over to one side and then kind of roll back onto your heels. Do a little bit of a hip circle to the other side and roll around to the other side and back. Let's repeat that 2 more times. Around and one more time. Good. All right, let's get all the way around. Now let's start from this side and shift to the other direction. So I want you to focus on shifting the weight. So the weight shifting side, shifting back, shifting side, shifting forward. All right, one more time. Shift, shift. Good. And bring it forward. Now take your feet a little bit wider than they were. So they are wider than your hips now, but your toes are still going straight ahead. And we're going to go back into those hip circles this time. Go a little bit bigger. So shifting back onto the heels, over to the side, shift forward, push those hips forward. Now push them out to the side. These are slow and controlled. Let's do 2 more, all the way around. And one more big hip circle. Good, all the way around. Stop when you get to that side you started with and go the other way. So now forward, out to that hip. I want you to really push out when you get to the back side. So you're out to the side, now push back, push to the side. One more of these, all the way around. Good. All right, so now we're just gonna take our weight and shift it to one foot. So pull your toe up here, or pull your heel up so you're down on your toe, and then we're gonna shift the weight to the other side. Pull that heel up, and let's shift to this side again. Good, and back to this side. And now let's go ahead and take those arms, and we're just gonna alternate arms, one arm up, one arm down, opposite arm to the opposite leg. And start to move this just a little bit as I let someone in. Keep moving. All right, so now take your hands down and shake them out again, and hands to the hips. Good, all right, now let's go ahead and lift up and bring that heel up behind. These are small movements to begin with. So you're just lifting that heel, and let's add the arms again with one arm up, one arm down, one arm up, one arm down. Now I want you to also think about activating the arm muscles with your palms flat and your fingers. See how I have my fingers? Keep your fingers wide, just like that, as you shift. Activate the arms by squeezing your shoulders down and back and your elbows in by your side. 4 more. 3, 2, hands back to the hips, and tap the toe back to the earth. All right, now tap your heel in front of you. Just tap it, and tap it, and tap. All right, you can make these movements a little bigger. We're starting to get warm here. Or you can keep them fairly small. Bigger means you're gonna bend through the knee a little more, step a little wider. Add those arms. So it's up. We're activating those arms. Fingers are pulling wide apart from each other. Squeezing those shoulder blades down and back. Elbows pinned in alongside your ribs. 4 more. 4, 3. Oh, Mary didn't make it in. Hold on. Keep moving. Keep doing that. Yeah. Interesting. Excellent. Sure. Okay, now take your feet and just shift from side to side with your hands on your hips. All right, let's add the arm swings this time. So they're just going to come out to the side, but instead of letting them be loose, we're going to keep the elbows raised up just a little bit, and then you're going to keep your hands wide with your palms facing backwards this time. So elbows are high, but not the shoulders. So bring those shoulders down. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and release your arms, shake them out. All right, let's go ahead and lift the heel up again. So you're gonna heel lift, heel lift, heel lift, heel lift. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now set your heel in front. Heel in front. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. March it out. Good. All right, we should be getting warm. Now we're gonna focus on getting nice and tall, getting those arms moving just a little bit more. Start to pump the arms like you're reaching and pulling something. Get the spine nice and tall. Pull your navel in towards your spine. Try to activate those muscles through your waistline right into the center line of your body. All right, now let's take it wide with those legs. And the arms can come out to the side, pumping those elbows up and back. Good, nice wide. Side to side knee lifts, side to side elbow pumps. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's bring those legs back in, bring those hands back in front. Elbows pressing back now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it wide. Arms come wide, legs come wide. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2. And now march it out and shake out those hands. All right, let's go ahead and pick up your dumbbells. And we're going to just do a little bit more of a warm up for our shoulders and arms. So keep your feet stationary, about hip width distance apart. Let your arms sink alongside of you. But while you're doing that, get your posture right. So drawing up through the knees, pulling in through this midline of the body, crown of the head reaches for the sky. Now, raise your elbows or your shoulders up, and then let them sink down. So you're bringing the weights up, but you're bringing the shoulders up, and then you're going to let them sink. Now, let them really relax. All right, so from there, turn your palms forward and press the backs of your hands back behind you and look up. This should feel really good across the front of the chest and shoulder. If it doesn't, then don't do this. It really should feel good. Now release that. Good. All right, so let's prepare for some bicep curls. Turn your palms forward, and then elbows pinned in alongside your ribs. Bring these weights up. Take them down. All right, so we're just going to do a couple of these slow and controlled. Then we're going to add our legs. So 1 more. Now add a tap back with the right foot. So tap back right foot, tap back left foot. Good. Now think about pinning those elbows in. Shoulders need to remain down away from the ears. Crown of the head is remaining pressing up to the sky. Midline of the body, you're pulling everything in towards the spine. And we can go ahead and take this into a little bit bigger step with a push off behind. So step push, or you can just stay in one place. You don't have to do the legs if you feel out of balance. But if you want now, push off and push forward. Make this a little more cardio here, a little more strength for those legs, a little bit more work on the core to keep the balance. 5 more. 5, 4. Keep those elbows in. 3, 2. All right, 1 more. Good. Let's bring it down. Arms alongside. Shoulder roll. So bring them up. And now let them relax down by your side. Turn your palms forward. Press your hands back behind you slightly. Look up. And relax. All right, let's do some triceps. So bring your hands up 90 degrees, elbows are bent. And then we're gonna press those elbows behind, shoulders down and back. Engage through your core, and we're gonna press back, pinky side, bring it in. So from the side, it looks like this. You're pressing, drawing it in. Pressing, drawing it in. One more. We're gonna add the tap back with the foot right here, right side. Tap, bring it in. Tap. Now, think about maybe your weight doesn't weigh very much. Maybe you're getting stronger. Pretend though your weight is heavier than it really is. Make this a little bit more challenging, as though you're pushing that weight through some sort of mud or something really thick, making it just a little more challenging. And when you get to the top with your arms out behind you, press it, squeeze the muscles in the back of your arms, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now if you want to add the push off, we're going to add the push off right here. So you step back and push, or you can just stay with the tap. Push it off right there. All right, now 5 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. All right, feet down, shoulder width apart, arms down by your side. Big shoulder roll. Turn your palms facing front. Let them sink down and relax. Press your hands back behind you slightly. Look up. Big deep breath this time. And then exhale. Let your arms sink down by your side. All right, let's get some shoulders in. So palms face each other, elbows bend 90 degrees. And we're just gonna raise this up to the side. So you only come as high as your shoulder height and back down. You also wanna make sure that you're lifting the elbow at the same rate as the wrist. So when you get to the top, you're nice and level to the floor. In other words, you don't want to have just your hands coming up or just your elbows. They're staying 90 degrees and level. All right, let's do a couple more. And then one more, we're gonna add a tap out. Right foot right here. So just tap it, bring it in, tap it, bring it in, tap it out, bring it in, tap it out. Good job. 5 of the taps, and then we're gonna add the push off if you like. And 2, one more. Now add the push off on this next one. You wanna do the push off, it's bend, push, bend, push. You wanna stay with the tap, you can. All right, now 5, 4, 3, we got 2 more, 2, 1 more. Good, all righty, let's let those arms come down, nice big shoulder roll. Let those arms relax down by your side. Open up so your palms face front. Press back just slightly and look up. Taking a nice big deep breath. And exhale. Let your hands come back down by your side and make your way over to your chair. So we're gonna come over to the chair, face in front of the chair so that you'll be able to step in front of your chair. And if you need the chair there for support, you can always put your hand down, get into your lunge, or you can just stay in a staggered stance from here. If you're in a staggered stance, your hand would go up on the back of the backrest. If you're in a lunge, just means you get your feet wider and you can set your hand on the seat. If you don't need that stability, then you don't have to be under the seat. You can just put your hand on your thigh, wherever, as long as you're feeling stable. All right, so now let's all get into this position where from the crown of your head to your heel, you're one straight line. All right, so draw your navel into your spine, press through the crown of the head, press through the heel, and then we're going to draw the elbow up alongside the ribs, squeezing it back. Lower it down, draw it up, squeeze it back. Now this would be a good time if you want to add a second weight. Your back muscles are always stronger than your arms. You can always set that second weight in there with the other one and draw it up. All right. Draw it up and up. Nice and slow and controlled. The focus is bringing the shoulder blade towards the spine. So you're drawing that scapula in towards the spine as you're pressing the elbow up and back. Never has anything to do with this part of your shoulder drawing up towards your ear. That stays back away from the ear. One more. Good, let's set you have 2 weights. Set one of them down so you only have 1 weight in your hand. And then we're going to shift the feet. So now you're gonna have that foot anchored to the earth, going either straight ahead or slightly angled in this way. This knee is gonna be over the ankle, but pointing the same direction as the toe. And this might be a stretch for some of you. You could do it from up here, or you could take it down into this little bit of a lunge. You're gonna feel some stretching through here. You need the chair for support. Go ahead and hang on, or hand on the thigh if you don't. All right, so from this position, we're gonna bring that arm back down. This time we're in a slight rotation. So as we row it up, we're gonna add a little bit of a rotation forward. And then we're gonna row it back down. Row it up, pivot your torso forward, pressing the elbow back. Bring it down, bring it up, rotate, pressing that elbow back. All right, let's do a couple more of these before we add to it. So you're pulling the elbow, pressing back. And last one without the addition. Right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through all that. When you get up here to the elbow, rotating back, then you can turn your palm, put your dumbbell up by your shoulder, press it up overhead. Unless you have shoulder impingement, you may not wanna do that. Now rotate it back and lower it down. Okay, let's do that all together right here. Row, rotate, press, bring it in, rotate, and row it down. Good. Row it up, rotate it, press it. Now you've also noticed maybe I am straightening out my leg. That's an option as well. You can turn here and then press through the leg, or you can just keep your legs down into your lunge. So it's a row, rotate, press. Good, we only got 2 more to go. Row it up, rotate it, press it, and one more, take it down, row this up, elbow presses back, rotates, and press it up. Excellent, let's bring this down, rotate it back, arm comes down, and then you're gonna pivot your foot so you can step forward, and then come up nice and tall, and switch sides. We'll just flip it around, face the chair from the other side, either get into your staggered stance, which would be up here. If you're doing it from a staggered stance, it would look like this. You're getting down into your lunge, you're using a lot more of your lower body, a lot more core support here. And then we're gonna let that weight come down below the shoulder, crown of the head is extending straight away from that heel. Draw your navel up into your spine. All right, and let's add some rows right here. So you're gonna row it up and take it down. There's not any rotation on this first set, but this is the time if you wanna add the second dumbbell. Now would be the time to add that second dumbbell. If you did it on the other side, row and lower. Row, lower. 7, 6, 5. Keep that core engaged, keeping that navel drawing in towards the spine. And 3, 2. All right, one more like this. And set one weight aside. And then you're gonna anchor your foot by rotating open a little bit. Toe maybe facing straight ahead or angle it in slightly. And then you can either bring this down a little bit deeper, find some stretching here. If that's uncomfortable, you can stay up. All right, so from here, we're gonna bring that weight back down, directly below the shoulder, and then row this up, add that little press with the elbow. Bring it back forward, row it up, add the little press with the elbow, bring it back down. Row it up, elbow, and bring it back down. Row it, elbow press. 3 more just like that. Row it, little elbow press. 2 more. Press it, and last one. And then we're gonna add to this. So this next one, you're gonna row it up, do your little elbow press, continuing the rotation, the weight comes right up to the shoulder, then press it up overhead, bring it back down, rotate, and bring it over in front. Rotate it up, and press it up. Good, bring it down. Rotate it forward, lower it down. Let's row it up, rotate it, press it. Good job. Rotate it and lower. 5 more. Row, rotate, press. And down. Now row, rotate, press, bring it down, rotate it, and lower. 3 more. Row it up, rotate, press through the leg if you like, rotate it. 1 more right here. Row it up, rotate it, and press. Good. Let's bring it down, rotate, and lower it down. Shift your foot, so now you're pivoting onto your back foot, and then step forward. Come on up nice and tall. Excellent. All right, still with 1 weight. Keeping that 1 weight, you're gonna stand alongside your chair. So alongside the chair, your hand can be on the backrest of the seat, and you're gonna get up nice and tall to begin with, and then take your outside leg, get it pointed out to the side, and firm that leg up, firm this hip up. So in other words, you're not sinking into this hip. You're not letting that leg kind of just sit there and be like all soft. You want to draw through this hip and then point that toe and firm up that leg. Then let's bring the weight right up to the shoulder. Elbow's going to stay bent, but we're going to tip it over to the side. This is where you get a nice deep stretch from the elbow down towards the ankle. All right, now let's close it up to the side. So we're going to close it up and then open it up. Get that nice opening, close it up, squeeze it, open it up. Now these can be done without the weight. You don't have to have the weight on these. Just put your hand up near your shoulder, squeeze it, and open it. Squeeze it, and open. 4 more. 4, open. 3, open this up. 2, open it up, and last one, squeeze it, and then open it up, get that nice stretch. Good, all right, bring that elbow back down, and feet back side by side. Now take the inside leg that's closest to the chair, tap it out to the side, draw up through this hip, so you're not sinking in on this hip. You're drawing up through this hip, you're gonna feel some engagement through the glute on that standing leg, and then we're gonna get this elbow up. Feel the stretch from that elbow to that toe by lifting and pulling that elbow back just slightly. All right, now let's close it up in front. So you're gonna squeeze it and open it. Good, squeeze. Now when you're opening it, be sure that you are supporting yourself through your core, engaging through your abdominals, engaging through your glutes, and not adding any kind of a back bend arch like that. It needs to be firmed up through that entire spine. All right, let's go for 5 more. Squeeze, extend, 4, extend, 3, extend, 2, 1 more. Let's squeeze it and extend it, get that stretch. Good, elbow comes back down, weight by your side, feet together, switch sides. Your weight will go to the other hand. And support yourself, so you're drawing up through the hips and to the seat. Dumbbell can come right up to the shoulder, and then we're going to take your outside leg out to the side. Elbow will come up as you stretch from that elbow down through your waistline out to the edge of that ankle. Get that nice stretch. All right, now let's close it up to the side. And remember, we're drawing up through this standing hip. You're supporting yourself through that hip and drawing in through the center line of your body. So you feel like you're knitting your rib cage together. That's the right feeling. Okay, we just got 5 more. Let's squeeze it. 5, open. 4, extend. 3, open. 2, open it up. 1 more. Let's squeeze it and open it up. Get that nice stretch, and then bring your elbow down, foot in, switch sides. I just mean legs, not sides, but you know what I mean. All right, so we're drawing up through those hips again, no sinking. So if you feel yourself sinking at all, think about drawing up through this hip, pulling up and in here. And then you can bring your elbow up. And we're going to draw the elbow up and back, extending through the side of that toe there. So that toe to that elbow, nice stretch, engaging through the core. Now let's close it up in the front. Squeeze it, get that nice open and squeeze. When you open, you're not arching your back. You're keeping your core nice and firm. It's all about crunching. So we're squeezing those abdominal muscles rotationally from shoulder to knee. Squeeze, open, squeeze, open. 5 more, squeeze, open. 4, open. 3, open. 2, and last one. Oh, good. Let's open it and hold it and get that nice stretch. Then bring your elbow down by your side, feet together, arm can come down and relax. Set your weight aside. Good. All right. So you guys can all just face me from the back of your chair facing this way. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me a little better. You're going to stand behind your chair, hands on the back of the chair. And to begin with, we're just going to roll up onto the toes. Just going to come up on your toes, stand up nice and tall. See if you can balance up there just for a little bit. All right, now roll yourself back onto your heels, lift your toes, and you don't have to balance from that position. That one's challenging. All right, just lifting those toes. Let's do it one more time. Come up on the toes, lifting the heels, get as tall as you can. And now let's roll back onto the heels, toes come up. Good. All right, nice job. Go ahead and put your feet back to the earth, step back a little bit and get yourself so that you're going to be in a little bit of a hip hinge, meaning you're hinging from here, but you're keeping a nice straight back. So in other words, you don't want to have an archy back going out that way, and you don't want to have an archy back going that way. You want to press into the back of the seat, drawing in through this navel, coming into the spine, and then we're going to draw basically the belly button in to your spine, and then you're going to take your right hand out, extending it out, and at the same time, extend your left leg out. We're going to do these from a standing position today instead of from the seat. It's just a little bit different challenge. Let's hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Set down, hand and foot. Do the other side. So left arm comes up, right leg comes back. See if you can balance from here. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's set everything back down and do it again on the other side. We're not going to hold it quite as long. We're going to come up and then set it down. Switch sides, lift up, hand and foot. Switch sides and lift. Bring it back down. One more time. Lift up and bring it down. Good. Hands on the back of the seat. This time you're going to push the weight into your heels. All right, so you got weight back, your arms straighten out, and then your weight's in the heels, you can start to bend through the knees. So you're going to end up in a chair squat. So from this chair squat, bring your hands into heart center, and we're going to hold it here. If you want to add little pulses, we're just going to hold it for 8 with little pulses. 7, 6, draw in through the navel. 3, 2, now stand up nice and tall. Take in a nice big deep breath, reach up, look up. And exhale, arms come down. All right, so we're going to step closer to this backrest of the seat one more time. So now your arms are just extended straight. And you're going to hinge forward. This time your elbows bend. And we're going to take that right arm out again. Left arm is going to turn left leg with right arm. So get that nice extension. Draw that navel into your spine. And now we're going to crunch the elbow to the knee. So you squeeze in here, crunch, and extend. Bring it in, crunch it in, and extend. Good, let's crunch it in. 3, and extend, crunch it in. 4, extend. Here's 5, we got 3 more to go. 6, extend. 7, extend. 1 more to go, right here, squeeze it. Extend, and then set hand down, foot down, rock back onto your heels, and then you're going to lift the chest, Draw yourself down if you'd like to take it into a little chair squat or stay right here. Draw the navel in, hands to heart center, and add those 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. You can always do it with holding on. 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Nice big deep breath. Reach up. Look up. And exhale your breath. Arms come back down. Reach for the seat. And we'll do the other side. So hinge forward, your elbows bend. Now you're going to take your left arm or right arm, left leg, whichever is the opposite of what you just did. Extend those fingertips, extend that leg, and then draw them in, crunch it, extend it out. Breathe in, squeeze it, and extend. Squeeze it in. There's 3. Extend it out. Nice job. There's 4. Extend. And here's 5. We got 3 more to go. Make these count. Really squeeze it right here. Keep everything drawing into the center line of the body. 2 more. 1 more time right here. And extend. Good. Set down, hand and foot. Press the weight back into your heels, chest up. Bend through the knees. And hands to heart center. And do those little 8 pulses or hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Let's take that big deep breath and reach it up. Now exhale, arms come down, and rather than reaching for the chair, bring your arms behind your back. We're going to place our hands on the back, either on your hips, or see if you can draw your hands together and clasp. Either way, you either have your hands here, drawing your elbows back and down, or you clasp your hands, and then press your fist down, shoulders down and back. And then we're just going to look up to the sky. Hold it for 4. Don't forget to breathe. 3, 2, 1. Good. Release and shake it out. Nice job. All right, we're focusing a little bit on hips today. So we're going to do the rainbows. So the rainbows can be done from the back of the seat or from the seat of the seat. So if you're doing it from the back of the seat, you would do it just like we just did our bird dogs. And that would be standing up tall, hinging forward with the elbows bent. And then when we do our rainbows, it's basically lifting one leg out, keeping that foot flexed, bringing it across the body, tapping it to the earth while you take a look at it. So first of all, you feel that stretch coming along the side of the body. Then you lift up the leg, bringing it up behind you, keeping it flat to the floor, but then tap it to the opposite side. And let's do it again. Bring it up, tap it over, take a look, bring it up, tap it over, take a look, and up, and over, and up, and over. 2 more. Take it up, tap it down, take it up. 1 more time. Take it up, tap it over, bring it back up, bring it back over, and set your feet side by side. Do the other leg. So extend the other leg out, bring it across the body. Now look over and see if you can see it. You should feel a stretch across that waist and the side of the opposite side of the body. Now bring that up behind you and tap it down to the earth. Bring it up again, tap it to the earth. Now be mindful right here of your core. Are you pulling your navel up and in towards your spine, or are you letting your back arch? So I want you to think about drawing that navel up and in, tap it to the earth, bring the foot up, tap it out. Bring the foot up, tap it to the earth, take a look at it. 2 more of these, take it out, bring it up, set it down, bring it up. We got 1 more. Bring it up. You probably feel this in your glutes, your hips. Bring it up and tap it out and bring it back in side by side. Rock your weight back towards the heels and keep your chest up or lift your chest up, and then hands to heart center. You can take this and stay right where you are, or if you want, you can follow me and we're going to go a little deeper into that squat, and then add the pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it on up. Nice big deep breath. Reach up. Looking up. Exhale, arms come down. Take your clasp behind your back. Last time. Pressing the fist down if you've got a fist, or pressing your elbows back and down if you've got your hands on your hips. This time we're going to look up. Taking a nice big deep breath. Press the fist down or elbows back, depending on your version. and exhale. And head comes forward, arms come to your side and shake them out. All right, so I'll put my chair back the way it should be. And we're gonna do a little bit for our balance before we stretch. So go ahead and take your shoes and socks off. And if you have your dumbbells, they still should be close by. Bring one of your dumbbells out front. Set it right in front of where you're gonna be standing. All right, so alongside your chair, I'll start with the leg on the outside. And we're gonna place the meaty part of your foot, the ball of your foot, right on that handle of your dumbbell. So you've got that there. You're gonna press in just slightly. Don't overdo it this first time. And then you're gonna bend the back knee and kind of hinge your weight forward. So from this side, it looks like this. You're basically putting your foot on there and you're hinging forward. And then while you're doing that, press a little bit extra on maybe the pinky side of your foot onto that dumbbell handle, and then rotate over so you're like playing the piano kind of with the bottom of your foot, and then go back over one more time. Come back and back to neutral, and then bring yourself back up nice and tall. Switch feet. Set that other foot down with the meaty part on, and then you're going to bend this back leg, hinge forward. Press that ball of the foot right into that dumbbell, but not hard. We're starting out soft. And then just kind of roll your foot across it. A couple times. All right, let's do it one more time. And then back to neutral. And then bring yourself back up nice and tall. All right, so if you notice there might be some places on your foot that were sore. So now we're going to focus on maybe pressing into those little sore spots just a little bit more. So go back to the first foot. Set your foot back on there, but this time, go ahead and roll your foot. If your dumbbell rolls, you can just roll your foot across the dumbbell. And if your dumbbell's like mine and it doesn't roll, then you're just gonna kind of move your foot across the dumbbell, starting from maybe by your toes and then working your way, rolling down to the arch. Find a spot, this time maybe in your arch. And let's just go side to side, where maybe you found a little bit of a tender spot on the bottom of your foot. Give yourself a little massage there. Rolling from side to side. Let's do it 2 more times. And 1 more. Good. Alrighty, and bring your foot back to neutral. Set it down, we'll go to the other foot. So first start out by rolling your foot across the dumbbell. And my dumbbell doesn't move, so I have to do it a little bit awkwardly. But you just roll from the base of your foot right across your arch. All right, let's see if we can find a little bit of a tender spot somewhere on that arch or somewhere near the base of the foot. And then spend a little time just going side to side, giving yourself a little foot massage. And I would like feedback on this if you guys like this part, because I love this part and it's really good for you. And if you're not really feeling the benefits of it, I want to know so that we can talk about it. And I can help you to maybe get a little more out of it. All right, let's make sure we do this up. 1 more good roll from one side to the other. Nice. All right, now bring your foot off and set your dumbbell aside. Whatever that looks like for you, I can do it with my foot. All right, so let's do some balance from here. So standing up nice and tall. Have something handy that you can use for support if you need it. But we're first just going to get our balance from standing up. Try to bring your feet close together this time. So if you're used to doing your balance with your feet apart, try it with your feet a little bit closer together. We're going to do something very simple. It might challenge you, and it may not, but we're going to stand up nice and tall. Feet are together, and you're going to draw the arches up. You're going to lift the kneecaps. You're going to draw through the center line of the body. Crown of the head's going to reach for the sky. And then we're going to bring those arms out to the side, just like we did at the beginning of class with those palms reached out. Fingers are stretched apart, so you're trying to get as wide as you can. And then you're going to press your hands behind you slightly and look up to the sky. Now, this is the part where you want to have your chair handy if you need it for support, because I'm going to have you close your eyes. And you're going to support yourself right here with your arms reached out and back, looking up, and eyes are closed. If you need your chair, grab your chair. We're going to breathe through this for 2 nice big deep breaths. 1 more big deep breath. And exhale, arms come down. Good job. All right. So now we're going to go to our trees. So starting, we're going to lift out through this leg here. So stabilize through this hip by drawing it up, anchoring through the earth, drawing up through the hip. Center line of the body is reaching for the sky, or it's coming in towards the center and then to the sky. So let's take those hands out to the side, reach out. Let's get those wide fingers, bring them all the way up, reaching up. You can take in a deep breath right here. And then as you exhale, bring those hands down to heart center. Good. All right, let's lift up the outside leg. You can anchor your toe to the earth. You can bring your foot all the way up, wherever you're at today, and then set your foot either on the inside of your calf here, or you can set your toe to the earth here. All right, so wherever you are today, your foot's on the inside of your calf. Press that calf, the foot into the calf a little bit. Put a little bit of pressure on your hands, drawing the center line of your body right into the center here as the crown of the head reaches for the sky. And those of you that are ready, you could add some branches. This is your tree. So take your tree, grow it as big as you would like. And then if you wanted to, you could even close your eyes, or you could just look up, or both. Let's hold it. Oh, good job. And when you're ready, you can bring your hands back to heart center and foot to the earth. Good job. All right, let's do the other side. So if you need to switch to the other side of your chair, you can. Depends on how comfortable you are with your balance. Standing up nice and tall. Let's reach those arms out to the side. Let's get those fingers nice and wide. I want you to really open up between those fingers. Stretching up, inhaling right here. Now exhale, hands to heart center. And lifting up through the knee, rotating it out to the side. You can either anchor your toe to the earth, or you could bring your foot right up to the inside of that calf, drawing the center line of the body in, crown of the head to the sky. And you could add your branches here. You could look up, you could close your eyes, make this your tree, give yourself a little bit of a challenge. And when you're ready, let's bring those hands back down to heart center and foot to the earth. Good. All right, so let's take this into a little bit more of a movement so that we're balancing in motion. So the tandem is always a good one to do that with, and that means you're going to take one foot, set it right in front of the other, try to touch your toe to your heel, and we're going to do a stand, just a static stand tandem to start with, and then we're going to walk. Standing up nice and tall. Good. Now take one step, go nice and slow. It's going to feel more difficult. Set your heel right in front of that toe, and then switch sides. And we're going to do two more slowly. One more nice and slow. Good. Now take a couple steps at a little bit quicker pace. So just stepping forward. And when you reach the end where I am right now, go ahead and take it backwards. Good job. All right, and get back to where you started. And take your feet and set them side by side. Good job. All right, shake it out. Move your body just a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time with the tandem, but you may not remember what side you started on, but we're gonna start on the opposite side. So if you typically, like I would typically put this foot in front, because I know me, just whatever you think you would typically do the other side. So that would be me putting this foot in front, and I'm gonna feel less balance from this side. So get your toe right up to your heel, arms out to the side, stand it nice and tall, find it, the balance from here, and then take your slow step from this side. And again, two more slow steps, one more, and then you can speed it up a little bit. Take maybe 4 more steps. And then when you get to the end, take it backwards. Just a couple more, get back to where you started. I saw myself cheat. Okay, and bring it back. All right, shake it out. All right, let's take, and you can stand right behind your chair. I'm gonna stand alongside mine so you can see me. We did quite a bit for our hips today, so we're gonna stretch those out today. So you're gonna be behind your chair, which means you can hang on your chair like this. I'll be doing it facing you so you can see me. So take your leg, I'll start with my, what would look like my right leg to you. I'm gonna place it behind me and then set it alongside the other leg. And then get up nice and tall. I'm trying to square my hips up, going straight ahead. And since my camera's at an angle, for you, that would look like this right here. That's more square. All right, so let's take in a nice big deep breath as we reach that arm out. I want you to open those fingers up. We're keeping that arm active. We're getting our fingers as wide as we can, reaching up slow. Taking a big deep breath right here. And then as you exhale, lean across to the opposite side and try to push that hip out just a little bit. Taking another nice big deep breath. And then as you exhale on this one, rotate and look up towards that elbow just a little bit, feeling that little deeper stretch through the hip. And let's turn back towards center, rotating, and then come back up. Arm comes down to the side. We'll go a little faster, do that one more time. Reach out to the side, active arm, fingers are wide apart, reaching up overhead, inhale. Exhale, lean across to the opposite side. Inhale again. Exhale, rotate and look up towards that elbow. Good. And release it back, rotating center, come back up tall. Arm will come back to the side. And then you're just gonna switch sides, go to your other side. The chair's in front of you, just switch your feet. And I switch mine so you can see. So taking the other leg, which for you, maybe your left since we started on the right. Stand up nice and tall to begin with. Arm comes out to the side. Remember those active hands, active arm. Get those fingertips nice and wide. Activate the arm, reach it out to the side. Reach up overhead. Taking a nice big deep breath. Now as you exhale, lean across to the other side. Feel that stretch. Taking another nice big deep breath. And this time rotate, looking up towards that elbow. All right, now rotate back to center and arm comes down. We'll do it one more time. Reach that arm out, up overhead. Inhale, exhale, let's lean across. Inhale and exhale, looking up towards your elbow, adding that little rotation. Good, rotate back to center and arm comes down. Great job. All right, so you can stay facing the back of your seat. So you would be looking at me like this, but I'm gonna turn my seat so you can see me from the side. So we're gonna have our hands on the back of the seat. Bring your left foot forward so that it's directly below the backrest of your chair. And then step your other leg back. And then see if, so you want both toes straight ahead, see if you can get this knee to bend and bringing it in towards the back of that chair. And then you're gonna square your hips up square with the seat. And we're gonna try to press this hip forward by engaging through this glute and then lifting the chest up. So you're gonna feel the stretch going right through here. Let's hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Now straighten out that front leg. And we're gonna do it again. Bend this knee, bringing that knee towards the seat. If you have to bend this back knee, you can. It would just look like this. The main goal here is to get the stretch here. So we're gonna square the hips up. We're gonna press through with this glute. So squeeze this glute, press this hip forward, shoulders tall, and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's press back and switch feet. So you're gonna bring the other foot forward, step back with the opposite leg. Let's bend this knee, see if we can get it forward. Remember, you can bend your knee, you can lift your heel up back there. We're just trying to get this knee forward, shoulders directly over the hips, engaging your glute on that leg that's extended behind you. And then you're going to push it forward just a little bit. The stretch is happening on that hip of the leg that's extended behind. If you straighten your leg out, it may go a little deeper. For some of you bending your knee, you'll get it to go a little deeper. It just depends on where you're tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's press back. Straighten out that front leg. Take it forward again, bending through this knee. Pressing forward. Remember, you can always bend that back knee if you need to. Lift the heel up. And shoulders up over those hips. Let's press through, engaging the glute on that side. Pressing through and holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's step back or press back and then step forward. And come around to the front of your chair. So come to the very front, facing forward. And make sure your chair is directly behind you. We're going to do a couple slow squats right into the chair. So as always, we're going to start out with a nice big deep breath, but this time you're going to do it with wide fingers, active arms, inhaling as you go up, exhaling as you either bring your hands to heart center or bringing your arms up overhead, palms facing each other. Shoulders are drawing down away from the ears, so they're not here. You want to really pull those down. All right, so let's do a chair squat from here and hover for 8 seconds. So hinge forward, you're just hinging, keeping the chest lifted, eyes lifted, then you bend your knees. Shift the weight back into your heels, so your toes should be loose to move. And the weight's back over the heels. Now you start to bend through the knees as you lower your weight towards the chair, holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back up. Bring those arms down by your side. Do it one more time. This time we'll get to sit in the chair. Arms are active. Bring them up, inhale, exhale. Pull those shoulders down away from the ears and hinge forward. Shift the weight back into the heels. Weight's going back over the chair as you bend your knees. Slowly lower it down for 8, 7, 6. Take your time. 5. Pull your navel in. 4, 3, 2. Have a seat. Good. Arms come down and you can shake them out if you like. It always feels good to me. We're going to sit on the front edge of the seat. So you're barely on the chair, just so you have more mobility through the hips and legs. And take one leg, bring it up front straight. This one stays bent. I think I'm a little close. Can't see me in the camera. There you go. So you're staying up really tall. Remember that tall spine we talk about all the time with the crown of the head going to the sky? Everything's drawing into the center. I want you to get that sensation here from a seated position. And then you're going to draw your toes up to the sky. Look down, make sure your leg is straight, and then hinge from this position. Just like you do when we're doing the squats, you're just hinging, pressing the chest forward. Toes are drawing up to the sky, and we're going to hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it back up nice and slow and controlled. And then take your foot, point your toes. Now draw your toes back up. Point your toes. Draw your toes back up. One more time, point your toes. Draw the toes back up. Good. Get that tall posture, drawing in here. Crown of the head's reaching for the sky, but you're going to hinge it forward. And pressing the chest forward. Toes are reaching for the sky, pulling back towards you. The more you can pull your toes back towards you, the more you're going to get that stretch. And let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way back up nice and slow. Switch legs. So set this foot down. The other one will come out front. Get the tall posture first. Shoulders over the hips. Crown of the head reaching to the sky. Drawing into the midline of the body. And hinge while you pull your toes up. Try to get those toes going to the sky or coming towards the shin. And pressing this forward. Stretching should feel good. If you ever get a pinching or a zingy feeling, you need to slowly bring yourself out of it and not do it. All right, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back up and point your toe. Pull your toes back up. Point your toe. Toes back up. One more time. Point it down and pull them back up. All right, and let's all hip hinge forward, pointing those toes back to the sky and towards the shin as we keep the spine nice and tall, pressing the chest forward. Eyes even stay up. And holding it down here for 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's bring it back up. Nice. And bring both feet back to your, right up under you, but you're gonna scoot all your weight over to one side of your chair. So you're gonna come over to one side of your chair so that you'll have the leg on the outside of your chair will be free to move. So you're gonna see if you can take that leg behind you and just get it behind you. And this leg is basically straight ahead. This leg is basically straight behind. And then we're just gonna press this hip forward, get up nice and tall. Hold that. You can even support yourself holding onto the chair. 3, 2, 1, good. Now bring that knee back forward and take it out to the side. So when we do this stretch, you're trying to get a 90-degree angle between your legs, no further. But this knee will stay directly over that ankle. This knee stays directly over that ankle. You sit up nice and tall and then just push through the inner part of your thigh right above the knee, keeping that nice tall spine, holding there for 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Release, swing your leg back in front and shift to the other side of your chair. So come all the way to the side where you basically just have one butt cheek on the chair. Then the other leg is free to go behind you. Square it up. This knee is straight ahead. That leg is straight behind. And we're just going to get the shoulders up over the hips. If you want to support yourself by hanging onto the chair, this stretch is another way to stretch this hip flex. The other way, you may not have felt it. This way, you may not feel it. But one way or the other, hopefully you're getting this stretch to the front of this hip. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's pull that foot back forward. And then you're going to open it up like a gate, 90 degrees. Sit up nice and tall. So this knee's over that ankle, this knee's over that ankle. And then if you get your nice tall spine, then you can add a little pressure to the inside of those thighs right here. Sitting up nice and tall, stretching that out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your feet back to the front and to the center of your chair. And then we're going to do our hip stretch. So sitting up tall, take one foot, set it up on top of the opposite leg. Number one thing you want to do is get your spine nice and tall. So that means if you have to draw this knee up and in towards your chest, you do. And then you get your spine tall. And once you have the tall spine, then you can put a little pressure on the inside of the thigh above the knee. Get that pressed down just slightly. You don't want to overdo. And then you can hinge this forward from the hip, pressing the chest forward. Good. That should feel really good. All right, let's hold it down here. 4, 3, 2, bring it back up. And switch sides. So you can bring the other knee up. Set it on the opposite thigh, just above the knee. Remember, get the straight spine first. That means your knee stays up here. That's all right. Spine is most important. And then once you get the straight spine, you could add a little pressure on the inside of that thigh, but make sure it's above the knee. And then you can add this little bit of a hip hinge forward, pressing the chest forward. And good. Looks great, you guys. Let's hold it for 3, 2, and 1. Bring it up nice and slow. Set your feet down. And let's take in one nice big cleansing breath. So reaching up overhead, inhaling nice and deep. Even look up. And then exhale, arms come down. All right, that is it for today.